Hey everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to take a look at how to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form based on its graph. Okay, so in order to do this, we need exactly what's in the name, the slope, and also the y-intercept. Those are the two pieces of information that we're going to use to write this linear equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so using the graph over here, we're going to find our slope and our y-intercept. So the slope we know from the last couple of lessons is just the rise over run when you pick 2 points, and the y-intercept is where your graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, the vertical axis. Now the slope, let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, so we're going to pick 2 points on the graph. Again, I like to pick 2 points that are on an integer coordinate, so I'm going to pick 0, 3, and I'm going to pick 1, negative 3, and I'm going to count my rise over my run. So my rise, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I went down 6. That means it's negative 6 is the rise. And then from that point, I'm going to the right 1. So it's negative 6 over 1, which is going to be just negative 6. And now I'm looking for the y-intercept here, or my b. Okay, not to be confused with the y-coordinate. Okay, b represents the y-intercept. And that's just where my line crosses the y-axis, which you can see is right there. Okay, that's the point 0, 3. Okay, that would be my y-intercept. Okay, so now we're just going to go over to this left side, fill in our information, and that's pretty much all you got to do when you're writing these linear equations here. So our m, we're going to fill in, that's going to be just negative 6, okay, based on our m from our graph. And our b is going to be a positive 3. I'm just going to rewrite it one more time so you can see it written. Negative 6x plus 3, and that would be the equation of this line on the right. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Okay, here we have another line. We know we're writing this in slope-intercept form, so it's going to be y equals mx plus b, where we're filling in our m and our b, m being the slope and b being the y-intercept. Okay, so the m is first. Let's look for the slope of this thing. Again, pick a couple points. In this one, I have 3 possible points I can choose from to get my slope. I need a minimum of 2 to get the slope, so it doesn't matter which 2 I pick. So let's go ahead and count rise over run. From here to here, I'm counting up 1 and over 4. So that's up 1 over 4. So that's going to be a positive 1. And to the right 4. Okay, and I could have done the same thing if I had chosen these two. Up 1 over 4. And then I'm looking for the y-intercept. Looks like the y-intercept is going to be, again, where it crosses the y-axis. So it's right there. So it's negative 1. So it's going to be the point 0. Negative 1 would be my y-intercept here. Okay, now we have our 2 pieces of information, so let's go ahead and write the equation now. We got y equals our m right there is 1/4. That's going to be right next to the x. And then we have a plus, and then our b, which is a negative 1. Okay, so it's plus a negative 1. But you can rewrite that as y equals 1/4 x, and then instead of this plus and negative here, we're just going to put a minus sign. That is the same thing. And that would be your equation of that line. So we have y equals 1/4 x minus 1, where 1/4 is our slope, and negative 1 is our y-intercept. Right, that's pretty much all there is to know about writing these things in slope-intercept form. Again, you just need your 2 pieces of information, your slope based on your rise over run, and then your y-intercept just where your line crosses the y-axis.